We will end the sanctuary cities that have resulted in so many needless deaths. Cities that refuse to cooperate with federal authorities will not receive taxpayer dollars.
Wow, there you go. Donald Trump making it absolutely crystal clear on the campaign trail that dealing with sanctuary cities will become a top priority of his administration. But now that he's been elected, some sanctuary city mayors remain defiant. Take a listen.
You're not going to sacrifice 500,000 people who live amongst us, who are part of our community.
To be clear about what Chicago is, it always will be a sanctuary city.
So who is right and who's going to win this fight? Here now is Steve Murphy, Democratic strategist, and Juliegrace Brufke of the Daily Caller News Foundation. Juliegrace, you know who's already lost on this is Kate Steinle and Kate Steinle's family. There are people who have been killed as a result of sanctuary cities preventing criminals from being sent back where they should go after they've been tried, convicted of crimes, and sanctuary cities give them sanctuary that they don't deserve. She died as a result of one of those individuals. Doesn't this have to stop?
Absolutely, and I think that GOP lawmakers are definitely in a place where they're going to do as much as they can to prevent this from happening. And I think that it's really telling that someone like Rahm Emanuel or Bill de Blasio, that they're not going to be willing to work with the Trump administration on this issue or any coming forward. And it's it'll be interesting to see how it turns out. But I think with the Republican in the White House and both chambers of Congress, that it's going to be something that they're going to have to learn to deal with.
Well, Steve, Donald Trump is not going to forget this issue. He's going to press this issue home. And the problem with sanctuary issues, which I think he has laid out, or at least is beginning to more clearly, is that you can't sort out the criminals, like the one who killed Kate Steinle, and the dreamers who are not a threat to the community. That's the problem with the sanctuary committee. There's no sorting out.
I don't think that's accurate at all.
It's certainly, ask Kate Steinle's family. They will give you a quick lesson in why it is accurate.
The INS can go in and deport anybody that they want to. Anybody who is an undocumented
Are you not familiar with the case of Kate Steinle?
It's easy to check somebody's criminal record.
Steve, ICE tried to do exactly that with Mr. Lopez Sanchez. And the sanctuary city where he was living in, San Francisco, refused to let that happen. They let him go without honoring ICE's request. And Juliegrace, that's the thing. A mayor cannot defy a request, a specific request from the federal authorities. But that's exactly what sanctuary cities are doing.
I mean, clearly the current policies aren't working, and something needs to be done about it. And I think what we'll see with the Trump administration is very similar to what we saw with Elizabeth Dole's push back in the Reagan administration to move the drinking age up to 21 by attaching federal funding and incentivizing cities to get behind federal law. I mean, this is a national issue. This isn't a state issue, and I think it's something they're going to need to learn to deal with. Well, Steve, crime
around the country is a national issue. And to hear Rahm Emanuel, Rahm Emanuel has been mayor of a city that has had one of the most extraordinarily violent outbreaks of crime of any city in American history. For him to talk about sanctuary cities as being more viable than getting the criminals who they harbor, to me, seems like a political liability. Isn't he afraid of his future politically?
Sanctuary cities, getting rid of sanctuary cities would make crime worse. Because when you're asking everybody the police come in contact with what their immigration status is, they won't report crimes unless they're documented immigrants.
That's such an insane argument.
I'm stunned. I'm stunned into silence because Kate Steinle was clearly murdered as a result of sanctuary cities. They harbored a criminal who eventually killed this woman. He had 5 times he was deported. 5 times. The last time I said, get rid of the guy, send him to us. We will take him back to Mexico. They let him go. We got to leave it at that. I'm sorry we run out of time. Steve and Juliegrace, seems like a pretty clear issue to me, but that's me. Melissa.
Top priority under President-elect Trump. Much of Trump